Welcome to Tungal online classes for first PUC. Myself Ravi, Faculty of Biology. Today I am going to start chapter number 2, Biological Classification. Biological classification. Here in this chapter we are going to discuss first Monera, nothing but bacteria. Next, Plantae, Animalia, Fungi, Protista, and as well as virus, viroids, lichens we are going to discuss. Chapter number 2, biological classification. In this biological classification we are going to discuss regarding Monera, Plantae, Animalia, fungi, Protista, virus, viroids and lichens. So these are the subtopics of biological classification. So here what is biological classification is deal. The biological classification, it is a grouping of organisms into categories and subcategories on their basis of morphological and similarities and dissimilarities. So that is actually biological classification is deal. So here at the beginning, number of scientists are propose the classifications by using of different methods. Now today I am going to start with a system of classification. I am going to start. So here the basic concept of biological classification, I am going to start with a systematic classification. Here the systematic classification we can divide into three types. The first one is artificial classification. Next, natural. Next, phylogenetic classification. Here the first one is artificial systematic classification. Artificial classification, it is a oldest classification. Here during the classification they consider only one or two morphological characters they are considered. So simple, if any classification it is based on only one or two morphological characters, such a classification we can call as a artificial classification. At the beginning, the classification all are artificial classification only. So the first classification is proposed by here Aristotle. Aristotle. Aristotle, we know that he is also known as father of biology, father of biology. He was proposed a classification in 350 BC. But that is proposed the artificial classification. So here Aristotle is classified the all things into three categories. The first one is plantae, and second one is animalia, and third one is minerals. Third one is minerals. Here, for example, he is classified the all plants into three categories based on only one character. For example, based on height, all plants are classified into three types. And you know very well, the first one is herb, shrub, and trees. Herb, shrubs, and trees. So, herbs are very short. Herb characters are smooth stem and without branches or less branches. Next is shrub. Shrubs are woody stem. Shrubs are woody stem, and we can notice little bit branches or we can notice it. And trees, we know that trees are strong trunk is formed and strong root system is present. So these are what? Trees. Trunk is formed and number of branches. So here these plants are classified based on only one type of character. So if such type of classification, if classification is based on only one or two characters, such classification it is coming under artificial classification. So first we discuss regarding Aristotle. The next scientist is Linnaeus. Linnaeus is a father of taxonomy. Father of taxonomy. Taxonomy actually it is a Greek word. In Greek language, taxis means arrangement. Taxis means arrangement. Arrangement of plants or arrangement of species in a order, it is called as taxonomy. The taxonomy is the arrangement of plants, arrangement of species into a particular order, And Linnaeus classification, it is also known as sexual classification. It is also known as sexual classification. Why? Because here he is considered androecium characters. Androecium character. Based on androecium character, he is classified the plants into three types: monandrous, diandrous, triandrous. Monandrous means only one stamen is present. Here for example, so this is ovary, so this is style and stigma. Here like only one anther is present. So such is called as monandrous species. And diandrous, here ovary, here 2 stamens are present, diandrous, and tandrous same, like a 3 stamens are present. It is called as triandrous. So here the classification is based on sexual characters. So that's why Linnaeus classification, it is also known as sexual classification. Next, natural classification. Natural classification. In natural classification, maximum characters are going to consider. Maximum characters they are going to consider. Next, here, for example, maximum characters and similarities and dissimilarities. For example, if plants are classified, they are going to consider calyx number, corolla number also, they are fused or free, as well as androecium character and gynoecium characters also they are going to consider. Simple, if any classification, it is in this classification, if it is more than 2 or 3 characters are considered, such classification is called as natural classification. Best example is Bentham and Hooker. Bentham-Hooker classification is known as natural classification. Next, third one is phylogenetical classification. Phylogenetic classification. Here, the classification here based on evolution. The classification is based on evolution. Here, the organisms are going to group based on common ancestors. Common ancestors. And in this classification, organisms which are primary or primitive characters, primary or primitive characters, such organisms we are going to give the first position, and which are advanced characters, such as we are going to give last position. So this is what phylogenetical classification. Here, so this is actually system of classification. One is artificial, natural, and third one is phylogenetical classification. Next, classification of organisms. Classification of organism is first proposed by Linnaeus. He was first introduced a two-kingdom classification. Two-kingdom classification. Here, the first kingdom is kingdom Plantae, and next one is kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. In kingdom Plantae, all plants are grouped into kingdom Plantae, and all animals are grouped into kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. But so this classification is not a complete classification. Why? Because Here in this classification is considered only some morphological characters is used for classification of organisms. But if you consider only some morphological characters, do not fall all organisms into either categories. So that's why the scientist, you have to use, beside the morphological characters, he is also use cell wall chemical combinations, cell structure, as well as nutrition and mode of reproduction, also you have to consider. Then only all organisms are going to coming under the classification. Clear? So that's why Linnaeus classification is also not a complete classification. The changes is needed in this classification. So later one more science teacher came and proposed a 3 kingdom classification. 3 kingdom classification. So this 3 kingdom classification is proposed by Haeckel. He was first introduced, or he created one more kingdom. He is created or introduced third kingdom is Protista. So this kingdom for strictly unicellular and eukaryotic organisms. So which are unicellular eukaryotic organisms? They are going to kept under Protista. And here, so there is no particular boundary for Protista. So for example, some of the organisms, they have plant characters as well as animal characters. So such mixing character animals are going to mix, they are going to kept in Protista. Clear? Next, third one is 4 kingdom classification. So I know very well the first, now already discussed, the first kingdom is Plantae, and second one is Animalia, and third one is Protista, and last one is, now the 4th kingdom classification is Monera. Here, this 4th kingdom classification was first introduced by Cooper. The Cooper introduced the 4 kingdom classification after the invention of microscope. After the invention of microscope, he studied bacteria as well as cell containing nucleus and cell organelles is studied. So after studying of nucleus, here some nucleus are lack of nucleus membrane, lack of nucleus membrane. And you know that such are what? Prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells. Now these all prokaryotic cells, they are going to kept in Monera. So in Monera, one is bacteria as well as BGA, blue green algae. So this is fourth kingdom classification. It is introduced by Cooper. Next, five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification is proposed by the Whittaker. It is the most acceptable classification. Five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification is proposed by Whittaker. Proposed by Whittaker. It is the most acceptable classification. Here, five kingdoms are. What are the five kingdoms? Monera, Plantae, Animalia, Protista, Fungi, and last one is Monera, Plantae, Animalia, Protista, and Fungi. So this is five kingdom classification. So here, why we call as this is the most acceptable classification? Because he is considered maximum characters during the classification. Based on this character, cell structure as well as cell wall combination, cell wall chemical combinations, next reproduction, next nutrition and thallus organization, clear. Here is considered the, and one more, phylogenetic relationship, phylogenetical relationship. So Whittaker, the five kingdom classification is proposed by the Whittaker based on cell structure, cell wall type, reproduction types, nutrition types, thallus organization as well as phylogenetical relationship. Maximum characters is considered for classification and maximum organisms are going to coming under in these divisions. So that's why this is the most acceptable classification.